Hello everybody, this is BeastCat100 here with... And welcome back to some more Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the previous episode, we had continued with cross-examining, figuring out that humans are useless, and guess what? We have a parrot as a witness again!
Parrot is the witness stand!
Not as the witness stand.
Parrot is on the witness stand. I don't know what you're talking about. That's totally what I said.
So, in this episode, we're going to cross-examine the parrot.
Again.
Well,
this is a different parrot, but same difference.
So, if you like what you see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me and Chris, click those bells if you haven't already, and share with our friends so they can join in on this adventure, / investigation, / trial. Ah! Bop.
That's the magic incantation, isn't it?
Objection!
Preposterous. At this stage, the victim was already on the floor. Transmutation spell had to have been used much earlier than that.
I need to switch back to the cave. I wonder. Luke, what about you? Do you hear the incantation too?
Fuck you.
Hang on. Excuse me, Mr. Birdley.
How may I help you, sir?
I've been meaning to ask this before, but why are you still at the witness stand?
Are you suggesting that I should leave my dear partner alone with strangers who cannot even sing?
Huh?
The very sight of Cracker causes the finest songs to effortlessly form in my mind. No.
I wanted to see the Cracker song.
Look it up yourself. I'm not dealing with him.
Anyway, would you mind remaining quiet for the rest of Cracker's cross-examination? I suddenly got the munchies. Continue the interrogation. Stop smoking weed, Mr. Judge.
No.
This is a courtroom.
I will not. Go door, right?
Yeah.
Go door.
Which is different from Goldor.
Bingo.
Objection!
There is a critical contradiction in this testimony.
We are all aware of that, Sir Blue Knight. The contradiction is between your so-called desire to find the truth and the fact that you are interrogating a parrot.
That's not what I'm talking about, Inquisitor. There's a contradiction here that makes one thing particularly clear. The fact that we have clearly all made a wrong assumption.
How so?
Luke, can you ask Cracker to repeat the incantation once more? What you are?
Stop picking my... Stop pecking my...
Stop picking at my forehead, please.
Ah! Godor?
According to the Grand Grimoire, the name of the golden is Goldor. Now, Inquisitor, it would seem to me that the spell we just heard is in fact a different one entirely. Well, I never. Unbelievable. Goldor and Godor.
Objection!
Alright, hold on. This is ridiculous. That wretched bird must have misheard the incantation.
Objection!
Objection. Cracker is able to imitate sounds perfectly. Because we're taking that as fact now.
Yeah.
The incantation is indeed misheard, but only by the people hearing it.
Objection!
This kind of is really stupid.
It really is. The victim was found already in his golden state. That is proof enough that the Goldor spell was used.
Objection!
Hang on, bitch! But you're forgetting that Cracker heard this incantation after the spell had already taken place. Which makes it entirely possible that this Godor spell was used as well. In other words, another spell besides the gold transmutation magic must also have been used.
Ugh.
Another spell? That we haven't yet considered? Now the next question that needs to be asked is, just what is even this Godor spell?
Objection! Utter foolishness. This is absurd. As convenient as it would be for you, there's no way that a spell by the name of Godor exists.
We have the book. Why can't we just check?
Well, that's what a spell is for.
Oh, Mr. Wright, you're now why are you Luke?
You're now even more British Luke. I don't know.
You're even more British Luke now.
No.
Just speaking like Tracer. Huh? What is it? I found it. The page about the spell Godor. You just hear Barnum like, oh, how convenient for you.
That's great. Of course there would be a spell named Godor. Why can't I ever?
Of course.
You know what? I quit. No.
That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm done.
Anyway.
Seriously, we need to finish the trial.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know how well it's going to translate with my mic. It worked well with yours.
And that's why having a desktop mic kind of works out.
It's listed in the Grand Grimoire, right here.
It
exists.
What? Order! I demand order.
Looks just as I thought. Cracker remembered it exactly.
But then, what kind of magic is this Godor?
Well, my lord, the Grand Grimoire describes it in the following way. Godor creates a portal on two sides of green-colored walls. The portal will disappear after 5 minutes.
Green-colored walls? Ah!
Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt yourself.
That brings in another goddamn suspect.
Oh, really? Which one?
They'll explain it, even though we already know who it is.
No, I know exactly how the rest of this trial is gonna play out.
Yeah, no, I do too. I'm just saying for dramatic effect. Now there's another witness that we could probably bring in. Creates a portal?
On green-colored walls.
A portal spell.
I also love how the tabs are color-coded. I just noticed that.
Good. Well, here's the thing. We didn't even see a green-colored gem. Unless that was also taken with the portal.
You're right. We haven't. Okay, now that my daily stretch is done, aren't you a lucky man? It appears even the Grand Grimoire is on your side. Fucking protagonist syndrome bullshit. However, there's a fatal flaw in your explanation. They're gonna bring up the gems.
Eh?
Sorry. They're gonna... Oh, right.
No, yeah.
I know. I got it. I fucking did that last time, too.
What flaw is that, Inquisitor?
It is really quite simple. Think back to how the alchemist study looked at the time of the incident. Do you remember any green walls? Because I do not. There were none. All the walls were coated with white plaster. Ugh! In other words, somebody got a notification. But it was also impossible to use Godor in that room.
I, too, have visited that alchemist's study since the incident. I remember very well that all the walls in that room were a dull shade of white.
Your little theory was interesting, Sir Knight in Blue. Oh, switching up the words, are we? But it has proven to be nothing more than that, a mere wild guess. As long as you cannot prove that this Godor spell was used, your little theory shall be considered no further.
In all honesty, I was very surprised to learn of such a spell's existence. However, as long as it was impossible to have used the spell at the crime scene, your deduction leads us nowhere. So let me ask you now. Yes, Your Honor? Do you perchance have any proof that you could show us? Can you prove that it was feasible for the witch to have used Godor in that room? Damn it.
This is no coincidence. That spell must have been used at the crime scene. But do I have the proof that it was even possible to use Godor?
Yes, we do.
Heck yeah.
Oh, maybe I should have checked the court record to make sure that it was actually there. Okay. Whoa. Oh, forgot about profiles.
Yes, you did. God, he even has a shit-eating grin on his face.
I know. Back to business.
It's been on my mind for a while. The inexplicable mark. It has to be the evidence that ties up all the loose ends.
I really appreciate all these ice cubes in my my tumbler making such a racket as I'm trying to drink.
I didn't know you had an entire website in your hand.
Well, it's kind of useless.
No defense!
I said, well, it's kind of useless to me. All business is dried up from it. But anyway.
And also the website.
Ha!
The defense wishes to present evidence.
Impossible.
The determination in your eyes made me think you would. Now then, we shall allow the defense to present this evidence to the court. Present the proof that the spell Godor was used at the crime scene.
It was Maya.
Maya is the murderer. Wait a minute.
Yes, that's what we've been arguing this entire time.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Take that!
The walls in the study are coated with white plaster. Not all of them, though. There's just one spot, which is green. Oh, there is? I noticed while investigating the crime scene.
Even though, realistically, it was impossible to get over there because of the white powder next to the desk, but whatever.
Yeah, it's fine. You may recall that there was a small painting behind the desk. And for some reason, the wall behind it was painted green.
It was what?
I recall seeing that painting myself too. If we look at this floor plan, I'd say it was around here.
How convenient that the wall behind it was also green.
Yeah, convenient that we also somehow know that the wall behind that was also green.
Mr. Wright, I'll mark it on the floor plan.
But he already did. It's been bothering me since I saw it. But now it's clear what that is. At the time of the incident, a portal opened up behind that painting. In other words, the wall was utilized for the spell Go Door.
Objection.
Objection! You're certainly persistent. You just want a portal to be there so much, don't you? Yeah, you would like that, wouldn't you? Sorry.
That wall behind the painting was green, and that's a fact.
Incidentally, I remember that painting well. It was a small landscape piece. I have my own copy. About the size of, say, an open grimoire. It's either that or do they throw it across the courtroom to each other?
Good.
Here, let me see that for a minute. Alright, here we go!
Yes, it was about that size indeed. A very small, adorable picture.
Even if a portal had opened in that small patch of green, no person would be able to pass through it. In fact, they'd be just about to put their arm through it the most. So will you please explain how a witch could possibly have escaped through a portal this small?
Oh, I know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
He's right, Mr. Wright.
Sorry.
No one could have gone through that portal that small.
Damn straight I'm right. Have you anything to say, or are you so crushed by the realization of your mistake that words fail you?
The portal was too small for a person. It doesn't require much thinking to figure that one out.
Ugh.
But that aside, a very obvious question remains. If that wasn't a human, then what could have passed through that portal?
You put an interesting spin on things. Why don't you answer your own question? You talk as if you know everything, so please enlighten us.
A small portal was opened in the wall at this crime scene.
And I have all the clues as to what that could mean.
What went through the portal was
You know what it was?
something else. No human could have passed through a wall that small. Even a witch couldn't have pulled that off.
Unless they turned into a bat or something.
True.
So you're finally forsaking your mistaken assumptions.
No, bitch, I'm gonna make an even wilder assumption. Okay, listen, I haven't finished.
Sit down. You're gonna want to hear this.
Yeah. Anyway, I haven't finished.
Yeah.
The fact remains that something else could have passed through that portal.
Oh, and just what would that be, Sir Blue Knight?
That fucking... I already forgot the key.
There it is. The portal was created after the professor had been turned to gold. The witch had good reason behind that. She must have had to move something through that portal.
You've captured my curiosity. I'd like to know what passed through that portal. Tell us, what did the witch use that magic portal for?
What was it, Chris?
Go to the Talia Magica.
There you go.
Take that.
Considering the state of the crime scene, there's just one possible answer. And that is... the Talia Magica.
Objection.
Objection. What? What's this now? Where the fuck did this come from? The Talea Magica was... Honestly, I feel like every other sentence should be that. Where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
The Talea Magica was found at the crime scene. A portal has nothing to do with it.
Objection.
Objection! Inquisitor Barnum, you're making the wrong assumption.
Wrong assumption.
The witch wasn't trying to remove evidence from the crime scene. She wanted to plant it. She threw the witch's scepter into the room through that portal.
Objection. You and your crazy theories. Do you even realize what you're saying? If she threw the staff into the room, that means...
Exactly. She did it to deceive us. Her goal was to make us draw the wrong conclusions. When the incident took place, the witch herself wasn't in the room. She cast the spell from outside.
What?
Order! Order! Order, I say!
I'll take a pepperoni pizza.
Yes. Get some Chinese food with that. And that's not all. There's even more proof that the staff was thrown into the room of the outside.
What proof?
That proof is none other than Professor Layton's perfectly severed right arm. Previously severed.
I mean, it was perfectly severed too, but...
It's true.
I just saw how it froze on that face for a second.
Good.
Oh. No, the judge's face.
Oh.
Just the wide-eyed expression.
I looked away for a second, so I didn't know. The victim's arm? How does that prove anything? None of the witnesses have testified that they saw the witch's scepter. However, a few of them claim to have heard it rattling on the floor.
That's right.
Please take a look at this floor plan. Since the arm was standing up right there, we know the defendant couldn't have been the one to drop the scepter. Now think about it. Where would you need to drop the scepter in order for it to end up here? Oh!
Ugh.
That's right! The scepter could only have come from the small portal created by the spell Godor. This is most unexpected. The witch wasn't in the room when this crime occurred. Or at least the defendant's claim. That's the defendant's claim. It's the only thing that explains all the contradictions we've run into.
Objection. Unbelievable. Sir Blue Knight, with that imagination of yours, you could aspire to write fantasy stories. A nice try, I must admit. However, this line of assertion is futile. There's a glaring contradiction in your words.
Another contradiction? What are we referring to, Inquisitor Barnum? Why are there so many contradictions in this?
This is the Telea Magica that was used in this incident. As we have established, there are two magic gems in it. One for the gold transmutation spell, Goldor, and one is for the Shadow Familiar spell, Familia. Which in possession of this staff would not have been able to cast Godor. Huh, fuck this game.
Nah. Yes, you're absolutely right. But you can't write off all that evidence supporting my theory as mere coincidence.
Why must your agreement always be followed by a but?
Because I like big butts and I cannot lie.
This is not the time or place, Mr. Wright. This is not the time or place. Maya. I'm Maya. Phoenix.
Yeah, no, I'm Maya.
Nick.
What I'm getting at is that the Telea Magica is not genuine. Not genuine? That's right. And naturally, the one responsible for this deception is the real culprit of the crime! Enough of the suspense! It's too much for a man my age. The defense shall reveal what is meant by this so-called deception.
Oh, wait. Okay, there we go.
Yep,
Got it.
that one. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
No, wait. No, ignore me. First, I want to clarify one thing. Can we be certain that the Talia Magica in question is authentic?
Without doubt. The metal rod in its center is called the Spina Magica.
Good.
The witch's mark on its tip is clearly visible and highly detailed. It is impossible to forge, even by the finest craftsmen in all of Labyrinthia. I can guarantee you its authenticity.
That leaves us with only one possibility. The forgery in question is the Familia Magica Gem.
What?
A forged magic gem?
Objection.
Objection! That is an insult. To our investigate. Sorry, let me try that again. That is an insult to our investigators.
Objection.
I like how he froze on his wind up, and then after Discord stopped freezing, then it cut to him already down. Also, objection! Only witnesses can
Only witnesses can use the power of
Only
the.
witnesses can use the power of the
All the witnesses are witches.
including you, Luke. What?
Throw Luke into the fire. Forget about the cage. Just throw him in.
What? So tell me, how can you know whether a magic gem is the real? They just keep going on like nothing happened.
Well, damn. There goes our animal translator.
And Layton's assistant.
Mm.
He's
Nah.
probably gonna be really mad at me for murdering a child.
That's fine. He's gold.
He just turns gold on the way down there, which how does that make sense? Unless
No,
we also
Layton
use
is gold.
Goldor. Oh, Layton. Oh,
He's stuck in it. He's stuck in his gold form. It's fine.
that's fine. So tell me, how can you know whether a magic gem is the real thing or not?
Objection.
Objection. Hold it there. We know for certain that the spell Goldor was used. It is undoubtedly not forged. But we're not talking about the Goldor gem.
We're not talking about Goldor. But what about the Familia? Did anyone actually see a Familia at the crime scene?
That's...
3 months ago, when an investigation was carried out into Sir Belduke's death, the results yielded a following conclusion. The spell Familia had been used to summon a familiar, which in turn carried out the murder. Yeah, and the witch used exactly that to her advantage. Another similar incident at the same crime scene. Don't you think it would be the perfect opportunity for the witch to frame the defendant for her crimes? The defendant would be blamed for both the professor and Sir Belduke's deaths. And she'd be taken for the real witch. Oh! That was the real culprit's objective.
I just wanted once for them to pan the camera over to just Layton's, stoic face.
Yeah, no, it pans back to the defendant's bench, and then it just slowly pans over to fucking Layton's face. That would be so good. There is a chapter in the Magic Archive, an old collection of tales of the occult, about the way to test whether or not a magic gem is genuine.
How can we test it, my lord?
It is very simple. A genuine magic gem is composed of a mineral with a density lower than that of pure water.
Really?
Is see if the magic gem floats on the water.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
What?
You need to see if the magic gem floats or sinks.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
They're taking that right out of the Salem witch trials.
Yep.
If it floats, they're a witch. If you sink, that means that you were a real person.
Which you would already be dead by that point. So.
Which me. I never caught that the first time. Wow.
Good attention to detail.
Yeah, that's good. That is simple indeed, and got a lot of people killed.
All non-magical minerals in our world, with the exception of sepulite and a few other special kinds, sink in water. These eerily sparkling magic gems, however, will never sink when put into water. Remove this magic gem for immediate examination.
Bailiff.
Bailiff.
Bailiff, remove this magic gem and throw it into the lake. The magic gems
Gems are fake.
Excuse me?
The same voice! How the fuck did we pick the same voice?
What's up with this trial? This is not how it was supposed to go. This is bullshit.
It's alright, darling. Don't cry. You'll get to see a witch burning today. Sir Barnum never disappoints. Hush now. There.
Barnum! Barnum! Burn him! Burn him!
Barnum.
Burn him!
Get Mirth out of here. Defender. If your theory is correct, this could be the biggest occult crime in history. But another important question remains. I wonder if you can answer it.
Where the other gem is? Oh!
Who is the supposed real witch that threw the Tilia Magica into the portal?
I
mean, the other gem is also pretty big question, but a pretty big question.
I guess we'll just wrap up this section of the trial.
Why is it already coming to a close?
It seems like. Do you not feel it?
I feel like you're in the last kind of section.
No, we're not. We're not in the last section. There's still. I'm saying like this specific like train of logic or whatever of the trial. You know. We're gonna answer the question. It's probably gonna fade out to a to be continued, or go to another scene, and then that's what we'll.
Well, is that last section that long?
It's a decent length. Point is, it would take another episode,
right?
At least.
Okay. This music's great.
I know it is.
The real witch. There's only one person that comes to mind. Frankly, I don't give a damn. I mean, I still find it hard to believe, but it's the only possibility. Once I indict her, there'll be no turning back. Knowing the consequences, should I give them her name?
Mr. Wright, in Labyrinthia, witches are punished by fire. I know you think that's going too far, but even in a world that seems so insane to you, those who take the lives of others must be punished. That's a universal law, isn't it?
The witch turned the professor into a golden statue, and that's not all. She took the life of an alchemist, too. And now she's trying to pin the whole thing on Maya? Or the whole thing on Maya. I can't let her get away with that.
Well then, defense, let us hear your theory. Who is the witch responsible for using Godor and then throwing the scepter into the portal?
Who is it, Chris?
Man,
I wonder.
Maybe
Okay.
it's the one person that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah, I want you to take a good look at Jean right now, just for
Yeah, what about it?
just for future reference. Just take in all the details that you can.
Okay.
All good? Let's do this.
Well, based on this one image, there's not much to look for, but sure.
You have what you need.
Okay.
Take that!
When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be true. There's only one logical possibility. It has to be that person.
The real witch is Jean Grey Earl. Grey Earl? I've heard that name somewhere before. Wait, isn't it the butler who served Sir Belduke? That's correct.
Objection!
Objection. Psh, what is this about? You seem to love rolling out these ridiculous suggestions, but you ignore the obvious. Jean Grey Earl is male.
Inquisitor Barnum, tell me one thing. Is it only females who can be witches?
Are you daft? Of course it's only females.
Never in the history of this court has there ever been a male witch.
You're so utterly ignorant. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Alright. Well, I'd like to ask you another question. Is Jean Grey Earl really a male?
What? What a ludicrous question.
The defense is certain that Jean Grey Earl is the witch responsible for using magic on Professor Layton.
Objection!
Objection! Will you stop fooling around? This is a groundless accusation.
Objection!
Objection! I played Danganronpa before, so this totally isn't. Groundless, you say? I'm afraid that actually that's weird because this came out before 2 or 1, as far as I remember.
Also, spoilers. Stop it. Spoilers for a second game.
Yeah. Spoilers for this. Well, no, it'd be spoilers for the first game.
Well, you said 2, so.
I did say 2. Where it doesn't. Anyway, groundless, you say? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong.
What?
At the time of the crime, John Grayler was in the room next to the alchemist's study. And one of the walls in that very room was painted green.
That's true.
It was?
And the explanation that he gave was that he accidentally set fire when working and had to paint the wall to cover up the burn marks.
Plus, it looked like it was very haphazardly painted.
It was.
As I mentioned from earlier.
Yes, you did.
What's more, that green wall was the one adjacent to Sir Belduke's study.
What? This is madness!
Inquisitor Barnum, quickly! Have the butler summoned to the court. Have Jean Grey Earl brought here immediately.
Certainly, my lord. It shall be done.
Oh, Jean.
There is no need for that.
Oh, come on! Fuck, I thought this was gonna be in the next section.
Nope. Fuck you, Rob.
Alright, I guess I gotta delay eating just a little longer. Oh, you also know I have a stream tonight. Anyway.
I am here. I shall come down right away.
Ah, it's you.
I want to see Jean, like, do a a front flip off of the balcony and land in front of the witness stand.
And pose afterwards.
Yeah.
Well then, Mr.
Like a
Wright,
fucking Mario character.
shall we begin?
Okay, I guess I'm not voice acted. John Grail. It would seem this trial has turned in a new direction. I think we all need a bit of a time to take it in. We shall take a brief intermission.
Like a week.
Like,
Maybe more.
maybe more. Inquisition, defense, sharpen your swords and wits to prepare yourselves for the next stage of the battle.
Maybe a couple days. Point is, it's
So-
not going to be today.
Also, suddenly I wanted to just fucking like American Ninja Warrior announcer. Yes, Your Honor.
It shall be done, my lord.
By the time we resume, the examination into the magic gem should have ended as well. Now, this court is adjourned for a brief intermission.
To be continued.
Continued.
We're reaching the end of this trial. This is a very exciting trial.
Boy!
I thought that was a cat.
What?
When you said the O, it sounded like a cat meowing.
Did it?
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Good to know that babies sound like cats.
Anyway, yep, this is a very, very interesting and exciting trial when you get down to it. It's a little stupid.
It's great. Well, really, if you really think about it, a lot of Phoenix Wright games are really stupid in terms of its logic, but it's still fun on the way there.
It really is. Either way, we are wrapping it up here for today. So, in the next episode, we start the game with Jean Grail. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.